standard, that's not.
No,
building
we're
standard.
covered by her. We're supposed to be safe seniors living.
Okay, hold on a moment. Town Center Place versus Melvin. All three cases, is that or two cases? Three cases.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, good afternoon.
We think.
Yes. Okay, state your appearance, please. And Miss Melvin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, state your name for me.
Secret Margaret Melvin.
Thank you. Okay, I'm almost afraid to ask, but where are we?
We're having some issues, Your Honor.
Pardon?
We are having some issues, Your Honor.
Okay, what are the issues?
We have a few, I believe it was three occasions? Two occasions in which we pulled the fire alarm for not having heat in our unit.
Okay,
We also have a note on the door that we're not permitted entry for insect control or pest services, which was a important point in this case to continue that. And then we went in for to assess the heat as she was concerned about it, and the unit is reading 85 degrees. So there's
I'm sorry.
the unit is reading 85 degrees. There's no heat issue. So the fire alarm pulls were not only unwarranted for a fire, but also the concern in which she complained about wasn't present.
Is that it?
That's what I have at this moment.
Okay,
But,
all right. Okay, go ahead.
One of the.
State your name,
My name's Michael Melvin, I'm Sandra's son.
Okay.
She did pull the fire alarm on occasion, she was in the bathroom, turned on the fan caught on fire, it was blowing out smoke and flames.
Okay. Did you report that then to the landlord?
They know about it.
Okay, and so that was on one occasion, my understanding.
It was like 3 months ago. There was an electrical fire. And about 4 days or 4 weeks later, there was another electrical fire in the building on apartment 508. Okay, this time.
Okay, so and council, what were the dates?
I'm talking about 11/27, correct? 11/27 on two occasions that day.
Okay, so both happened on 11/27, so
I'm sorry.
that's,
One on 11/27.
Hold on, I can find it.
And then 11/18.
okay, so 11/18 and 11/20.
Wait, I'm sorry.
One on the 18th and one on the 27th.
Yes.
11/18 and 11/27.
Yes, sure.
Okay,
And I have proofs if you'd like to see.
that what?
I have some proofs if you'd like to see.
Well,
I'm offering, you don't have to take it, Your Honor.
yeah, no, I know, but I guess what I'm trying to figure out is when the bathroom fan did whatever it did, that was not one of these 2 dates.
No, no.
Okay, So then I'm gonna ask this. Why'd you pull the fire alarm on the 18th and 27th?
Well, when I, turned on the heat in the unit, it went poof. And had my experience with the bathroom, I pulled the fire alarm, because it's right outside my door.
Okay, so
Because I expected to think, go into a flame, and I didn't want it to get any bigger.
okay, let me ask this.
So with the,
Hang on. Are these gas furnaces?
No, they're, boiler system, sorry, boiler system, but there is an electrical fan in the system.
Got it. Okay. But there isn't a flame of any type.
Not in the units, no.
All right, but you heard a sound, right? And
Yeah.
so because of that and the experience that you had with the bathroom, you pulled the fire alarm.
yeah,
Okay, so let me ask you this. Did that occur on both occasions?
yes,
So on both of the times you pulled the fire alarm, you did that because you heard that sound?
well, they didn't come and didn't make it operating, so I have heat coming out of the heating unit. It didn't work. A little bit of, on the top of the filter was a little bit heat, but the whole unit didn't keep my apartment, it didn't keep it warm. They called in some expert, I guess, a little kid, and he looked at it and says, oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, but
But I
But when
didn't
they-
get any heat.
Okay, but when they went to your unit regarding the heat, they said your unit was at 85.
Well, was it a sunny day or was it a cloudy day?
Can I add?
Sure.
Okay. I know I did come, one day I did come out there. Renee told me that she put the fire alarm because of her furnace. Her furnace hasn't worked, the fan hasn't worked since October. I'm assuming the noise she heard are the capacitor for the fan to start. When I went up there, when they were doing the countertops, she sent up one of the maintenance men's, a younger black fellow, real nice fellow. He come out there, he went over, he flipped it to low, he flipped it to high a couple of times. He said it definitely wasn't working. And his first protocol was to go get a new thermostat and try the thermostat before they called anybody.
Got it.
But he's been back since then.
So the unit, are you saying that there is not heat in the unit now?
If you put your hands on the wall, it does not blow out, the fans do not come on. There's a thermostat, like she said, there's a fan of blower in the wall.
Right.
And there's a switch to turn that fan on or off, that is not working.
Okay, so the switch to turn the fan on is not working.
The thermostat,
You guys know anything about that? I mean, the thermostat's gonna do a couple of things. It's gonna, but, okay. Yeah.
Our units, it's heat or hot.
Understand that. Because like I say, if you go.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What floor are you on?
Right.
Okay. So some of the heat that she's gonna receive are gonna be from other units. And so my only question would be, is her blower working?
According to our expert, yes.
Expert who?
Monroe Plumbing Heating Company, that
When did they go out?
they were there on 11/18. They sent us an invoice that says the heating system was functioning properly at the time of assessment.
Okay.
There, the maintenance man was there, he said it wasn't working.
When was that? When the maintenance man?
Counters.
That was prior to.
That was prior to that point. But on the 18th, somebody came out and said it's operating. Okay.
That is the note that I
I
have.
was there, turned it on, turned it up on high, fell all the way up, nothing. Flipped it over to cool. Turned it
Okay, but let's put it this way. They have somebody that less than a month ago was saying that the heating's working. I'm going to assume that the heating is working unless I see something else. I'm also going to indicate that if even if the heat is not working and Ms. Melvin, it's not an appropriate response to pull a fire alarm.
He said you cannot pull the fire alarm for those reasons.
Well, I don't understand that, but you said experience in the bathroom.
No, okay.
No, that's in my mind.
Okay, but here's the problem with that, Ms. Melvin, is that when you do something like that, and it's not a true emergency where there is indeed a fire or a threat of fire or a threat to somebody's life, then what ends up happening is you're pulling resources away from other activities or duties that the fire department needs to deal with.
I understand that, but I'm not that knowledgeable about heat and this and the fire department, all that. I'm 83 years old. I'm supposed to be nice and safe and warm at home.
Okay, I understand that, but you can't be pulling the fire alarm unless.
I will not do it the next time, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now there's the issue of insect control. Why'd you say they couldn't come in the unit? Why'd you put a sign up?
Well, remember the first day in court I came and I brought the sack was 22 pounds of mouse poop?
Hey,
Well,
how am I to forget?
the exterminator doesn't come and pick up the dead mice. So I have to do that. And I take it down to the office and ask them what to do with it. Then the exterminator come, he will put the box down, but he didn't bring any traps. Like today he came, and the last time he came was like September, and they posted this note on the door yesterday that pest control is coming tomorrow and there will be between 9, and it is mandatory. Mandatory means I have to be out of the apartment with my pets for at least 4 hours. Clear out all your kitchen counters and items stored under the kitchen. Clear off the top of the refrigerator so the tech can pull it out. Which is what I did, that's why I get all the mice poop. Remove all your sheets, covers, dust ruffles, comforters, pillows, and other bedding covers from your mattress and box spring, including protective bed bug cover. If not removed, the technician will remove them. Tenant must stay out of the bedroom treated area for a minimum of 4 hours. Remove all personal items from furniture, couch, chair for bed bug inspection only. If you have any question, you notify them. Well, with all this remodeling and removing stuff out of my apartment, the whole thing is a big mess. It's gonna take me about 6 months to be able to find stuff in my apartment. And this eviction proves that the mice not there, because I haven't seen any mice in 2 weeks. And they don't come up and inspect mice or come and pick them up. But I go down there.
All right, but
No.
Ms. Melvin, here's the thing. The unit has to be treated for insects. Okay?
No,
It has to be treated. So you have to cooperate in that treatment. And the way that, hang on, the way that that's going to happen is they are providing you what they need you to do so that the treatment can happen. Okay, so what you were reading to me was a pretty standard letter that tenants or notification that tenants get at all the complexes that I think I hear. I could almost mount that list before you, as you were saying it. That's what has to be done to prepare the unit so that it can be treated.
Well, it was done 4 months earlier when they came in and
But-
put up
but-
all the noses, all the stuff there. And I had to pick up all the dead mouse even off the balcony. So I went through all that treatment.
But you can't just treat once and that's it. It's a periodic kind of treatment that they have to do to make sure that there aren't these insects in the apartment. Okay, so that it's gonna happen more than once. And one of the reasons why they give you that notice of that list is so that you're aware what you need to do so that when the treatment people come, they can just get their job done. You're out of your unit and they can move on and do what else they need to do.
Yeah, but all the stuff out of the kitchen, all the bedrooms,
But-
all that stuff is all over the place. Plus, where you're supposed to put it, if you take it off the stove, take it off here, take it over there. Well, old people, we're seniors.
I
I've
know,
been there, so, since 2006, and we never had this kind of a treatment.
okay, but that's a pretty standard treatment.
Well,
Okay, if they weren't treating that way before, I'm not sure why they weren't, but that's a pretty standard treatment. All right, and the problem is, Ms. Melvin, is that if they aren't able to treat in that fashion, you actually end up in a situation where they may have to treat the place more frequently because if everybody doesn't cooperate in that process.
But they just did my apartment for 3 months. They're coming and this, and they come in and they didn't even bring the mouse traps and then they bring this and that. I just went through it for 3 months.
Yes.
As she did have an issue, she's gonna be having it for a while.
Pardon?
As she did have an issue with mice, she's gonna be having treatment for a while.
Correct.
So that they don't come back.
Right.
Lights don't come in.
The mice and any other insects that got in where the mice got in, yes. It's a long process and it is bothersome, we understand, but it's gonna be every 2 weeks for a while because she did have an issue.
I've been doing this for 3 months.
It's gonna
Okay,
be-
but
And like the guy doesn't even come in. Matter of fact,
so the
everyone hasn't been coming for the last 4 weeks.
so the current treatment plan is every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so when is the next treatment scheduled?
It was supposed to be today
And it didn't happen.
and it didn't happen because she put a sign on her door saying that she denies entry. So then it's gonna be in another 2-ish weeks, probably
19,
right. to
No,
19.
no, that's not what the whole note said. The whole note said, I
have a
need
picture here.
new poison boxes and new, the
Traps.
the mouth trap. So I put him in the bag and I talked to him and he's gonna bring me new ones. So I'm already following instruction. So he takes
Okay.
the old ones out.
Okay, but here's the thing. Ms. Melvin. And I don't want to have to do this because it won't necessarily do anybody any good. But you're going to need to let them into your unit every 2 weeks.
No problem there. But right now, because they moved all my stuff out of my house, I got boxes here, boxes here, boxes here. I don't even know what box has what. So he's gonna come in and probably fall over the boxes. Because I had to clear everything off my balcony because of 5 plants. My whole property is empty now. Who's gonna reimburse me all that money that went out the door?
Okay, that I don't know the answer to.
Oh, okay.
All I know,
No, but all the stuff that was removed. There weren't any dead mice in the boxes that were removed. So I got stuff over here, and then the say probably come in, oh, it's not 32 inches from that. Well, 32 inches from that was created by the other manager. When she decided to move my bookcase to that side.
I recall this. You,
The bookcase over here, then put the couch next to the bookcase, so all of a sudden the space from here to the window ain't 32 inches.
Your Honor, that's
You
a
know, they come and they expect to do.
standard, that's not.
No,
building
we're covered by HUD. We're supposed to be safe seniors living.
okay, hold on a moment.
That's a city standard, that's not,
I know.
we have to follow the
The
city.
32
It's just
inches,
we can't-
yeah, yeah, okay,
Can't budge on that, Your Honor.
What's the 32
Well-
inches for?
it's basically gonna be a hallway between things, so it's about a 32 inches, that's their minimum hallway.
Oh, well, I fix it.
And what's the problem with hers?
I think she doesn't have pathways that are 32 inches, or there's 32 inches from some item. So for example, if you had a furnace, you need to have, things can't be closer, I think, than 32 inches to that furnace.
Why
Or
don't,
other ingresses and egresses. So,
And it's
The hallway there,
36.
pardon?
It's 36 inches, Your Honor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I was hearing 32, I thought it was 3 feet.
Yeah, it's 36. It was adopted by the city. It's a city and Your Honor, as she stated before, she's the one that called the city out to inspect her unit. The city found this, not us.
what?
found what?
Huh?
Found what?
That
That-
she was failing to provide a minimum of 36 inches throughout the unit to every window by the code that was adopted by the city. The city building inspector decided that, not us.
Okay.
And we have to follow what the building inspector says.
I have pictures, recent pictures of my apartment.
Okay, well,
Copies.
yeah, no, I get that, but
Are you saying your table's too close to her couch?
Oh, I'm not saying that. We haven't been able to go in and inspect as she denied us entry for the pest situation. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying she was saying 32 inches and acting or presenting it like it was the previous manager. And I was just clarifying that it wasn't our management at all. It was in fact the city building code, which we are,
the city building code requires that there be certain clearances. And it's typically 3 feet.
Clearance to the approval of the previous manager.
Pardon?
That was completed to the approval of the previous.
Correct, but here's the thing, that while there may be these periodic inspections, those clearances have to exist at all times.
Okay.
So it's an issue. I mean, quite frankly, the way that this works is, and you realize this happens in places, is the inspection happens, they clear it to 36, and then quite frankly, just the reality of tenants, they will move that stuff back. And I mean, but when the inspection happens, the clearance needs to be there.
No. When you move in, HUD gives you a sheet, which I find that it tells you, you want to be happy, enjoy this, enjoy this, enjoy this. Then all of a sudden, what now comes up? You have to be this way and this way. Well, why don't they give you that blueprint when you move in?
Okay,
you know where to put your
okay,
furniture.
but Miss, I can't go back to the time that you moved in,
I know,
all right? So what I've got to do is I've got to deal with what we have right now. All right? But in terms of the approximate 3 feet, right now, my understanding is the inspection hasn't happened, so I'm not sure it's right for me to deal with even at this point, because I don't know that you're necessarily in violation of that. So I'm not gonna deal with it. So I just need I need you to allow the insect treatment,
Allow what?
the treatment for pest control treatment. I need
Yeah,
you.
that's no problem, because I told him if I to put the box.
Yeah, but you can't, but Miss Melvin, if they're going to come today, you can't then put a sign saying you can't come in today.
Well, I left the bag with all the dirt stuff in there on the front door. And I talked to the fellow and I said, I need new protection, the poison box, and I need new mouse traps. So he says you bring it.
They still need to treat for the bugs.
Hmm?
They still need to treat for the bugs.
Well, I don't have any bugs.
I know you don't, that's besides.
I've been there over 16 years, I never had any bugs.
Well, and they're trying to make sure that you don't, they're trying to make sure that you don't end up with any.
Pardon me?
They're trying to make sure that you don't end up with any. Sometimes, Miss Melvin, it's not necessarily you. It could be another unit. It could be whatever, but you've got to comply in the treatment, okay?
And,
Okay, no problem.
and Your Honor, once there's a presence of like mice or other things, there's a way that they're getting in. Which
Correct.
prevents an opportunity for other insects, other things to get in through the same way that the mice got it.
Okay,
Why'd you?
the mice come
See,
through
here-
the wall.
I
And
know.
Bugs can also come through the walls is the point.
On the third floor too.
Yeah, but they can crawl.
On the
I know.
third,
They can
Mice.
crawl, that's the point, they have to.
It might be the flying mice. I don't know, but look, people. I just,
some of the mice come through the walls. I bought tape to keep it sealed so they don't come out. I spent about $40 at the hardware store sealing them up so they come up, because the treatment doesn't do that.
so here's what I'm doing.
I even picked up mice at the whole city hall.
So here's what we're gonna do, Miss Melvin. Okay? There's the next inspection or treatment would be the 19th, and then there would be one, is it gonna be January 2nd then?
There's a nest
I would
infection.
say,
Where?
wait a minute. Let me look at the phones, or the calendar, sorry.
Who is? Oh, she is. Okay. I didn't see. Miss Young?
Yes.
Miss Young, you have your hand raised. I see you now in Zoom. My staff let me know I wasn't monitoring my screen.
Okay, are you able to hear me?
Yes, we are, ma'am.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Your Honor. Yes, I do have a question
Sure.
in regards to Adult Protective Services and our involvement with Miss Melvin. It came to our attention because she was at risk of being evicted. We've been working with Miss Melvin since August. August 28th to be exact. I've been to her apartment several times. I've spoken with her. I've spoken with management. She also has resources through the Housing Bureau for Seniors. Adult Protective Services is not servicing Miss Melvin at this point. The service that we were attempting to provide to Miss Melvin was provided to her by her son. Her investigation is still open with us. My question is, I can't close out this investigation until I know that Miss Melvin is no longer at risk for eviction. So we've been kind of just sitting in the corner waiting to find out the outcome.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like an outcome is going to happen anytime soon. Is Miss Melvin at risk for eviction? And at this point, is this just an issue? It just sounds like it's not APS worthy at this point. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what we're doing here. Will
Well,
Miss Mel-
can I stop you for a moment and let me
yes,
just
yes,
explain part of that? Hey, I hear you because you also have to understand that for me, I started with one case involving a condition on her balcony. And so that was the original case. Subsequent to
absolutely.
that, then another case was filed before we finished the balcony case. And another case was filed involving other issues which could lead to her termination. And I think that one,
Termination and then the health hazard. Yeah.
the health hazard.
What was the house?
Hold on. I'm just trying to explain why we're like almost, well, we're not a year down the road, but we're a ways down the road. So maybe certainly from any outside agency attempting to try to assist somebody, I think for you, you're looking at it like this thing started at this point, and now we're way down here, and it looks like it's not going anywhere. And that's because there are different targets. So then when we were dealing, and also appreciate this. So then when we were dealing with the health and safety issues, other issues regarding the balcony came back up. So I couldn't even close that case. And so it's just that we have these three cases all kind of filed at different times that just extend it and place her at a risk for eviction. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, it does. But from a APS standpoint, is she um hmm, is she safe? Is she vulnerable? Um, it's just growing into something so much bigger. From an APS standpoint, she appears to be safe. Um, she's not vulnerable from our perspective. This seems like a landlord tenant issue.
Yeah, no, I think so look, that's probably a good point. I, I would have to say, if I'm looking at it from that standard, I would think that she is not vulnerable at this moment to eviction. I would attribute that in great part because of her son coming along and certain assistance being provided to get things done. All right. Now, in saying that, I'm not predicting the ultimate outcome of the cases, but I get what you're saying. I mean, you're trying to deal with seniors that are at risk, serious risk of eviction, and other sort of bad things occurring to them in their housing. And
this just doesn't
I
feel
would
like
say this at this point, as long as her son was as long as progress can be made, I would place her into a different category than that of vulnerable. Does that help you without me making a ruling?
yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I will consult with my superiors as well because this is a investigation that is not an investigation any longer. It's just kind of waiting on an outcome.
And I get it because frankly, even as a case itself, it's not a case that it's not my typical case. It's just, I get these layers added on, and it's trying to sort of manage a circumstance here. So I hear you. All right.
Okay,
All right.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay.
So
Go ahead, ma'am. What were you
I
gonna?
will consult with my superiors to see if it's necessary for me to continue participating in these hearings. And
Right.
also, if we can move forward with an investigation closure, as it doesn't seem that Miss Melvin is at any type of imminent risk for harm.
I would have to agree with that. And the it's just it's like every time I'm getting here, there's something else, but it's not.
And we were gonna talk conditional dismissal today.
What'd you say?
We wanted to talk conditional dismissal today. We wanted to talk terms to put in a conditional dismissal to finish. this.
Right. So
She was no longer.
right.
That is where we are. However, we just kind of keep having these
Correct.
things that pop up that we have to deal with and we can't ignore. And while we're in court, it's like.
Right. So, ma'am, I don't know if you heard that or not, but
Yeah.
what everybody is looking for is a conditional dismissal with certain things laid out. If I were still on the first case, I could lay out myself the specific things that needed to be done. However, it moves. And so we've got to sit down and try to figure it out once we can get things sort of stabilized and put together a conditional dismissal.
Right.
So and that's where I'd like to head. But every time I get here, we've got to kind of head down some other path.
Yep.
And I'm going to let you know so you can have the opportunity to certainly speak with your superiors about closing the case. And while I appreciate why you might have to do that, it has been a comfort to me that you have been here. So, and I do really mean that, because it's one of those things of just, as we're trying to sort it through, you hear different things where there might be certain things that may be needed than the court would. So,
Yeah.
you know, so that's where we are.
Okay.
And folks, here's what I'm intending on doing is I want to get through two of these, the pest inspections. And then I want to set this for a final settlement conference so I can hopefully close my 3 cases.
Right.
With a conditional order of dismissal.
So, Your Honor, we do believe that it's the second if the pest control services are open that day. If they're not, it would be the 9th. The
9th.
That they would come.
Okay. So what's
So
my
that-
date after the 9th?
Tuesday
the 16th.
16th. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
Tuesday the 16th.
Yes, Tuesday the 16th at 9 a.m. I'm going to
The
want,
13th, you mean?
Are we talking December or January?
I'm talking January.
I apologize, I mean.
I was like, that's a Friday.
Thank you, Ann.
Can I help you?
So what would it,
The first date after the 9th, which would be a Tuesday in January, is the 20th.
the 20th? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for January 20th. All right. So on that day,
Mhm.
rather than have these numerous hearings going through saying we're going to do X, I'm going to order at this time, Ms. Melvin, that you're to comply with all pest extermination services and inspections.
Okay, can you say that again? Because I'm totally.
When they are coming to spray for bugs, all right, and
Okay.
insects, you are to cooperate in that process.
Call what?
You are to cooperate with that process.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want any more notes on the door that they can't come in.
That's the first time I put a note.
I know, it's the first time and it's gonna be the last.
I didn't say he couldn't come in. When he brings me the new stuff, he could come in and post it.
Okay, all right.
It's a whole
So,
note.
so then, here's what we're gonna do on the 20th. Because I have the same feeling as Miss Young. At some point, this has to end.
And Your Honor, we believe that by that point, the city will be able to reinspect as well.
And the city will be able to reinspect.
Right,
So
that should give us enough time.
what I'm hoping is, at that point, Ms. Mellon, just listen to me. At that point, I'm gonna take whatever issue I have, whatever information I have, and I'm gonna fashion a remedy to be contained in the conditional order dismissal. You understand that? So whatever issues you have between now and then, you bring them, and then I'm just gonna make a decision as to how we're gonna handle it and how it's gonna be handled in the future.
So do you want me to draft you one and then you see what we were thinking, the terms that we were thinking?
Yes, you can draft one that has the terms, but
No, I get
you
it.
know, but what I'm saying is, had I done this before, it wouldn't have included don't pull the fire alarm. Right?
Right, because
So-
that didn't happen.
Because that hadn't happened. So I don't know what's gonna happen between now and January 20th,
Yes.
but anything, and that goes for both sides. Whatever issues the plaintiff has, bring them. I'm gonna just make a call on it. Ms. Melvin, you bring to me whatever issues you have, we'll look at it, and I'm gonna make a decision on it.
Can I have?
It would probably be my goal that when everybody walks out, I have a conditional order of dismissal and nobody is happy.
Who is she with?
Who is who
Adult
with?
Protective Services.
She's with Adult Protective.
Adult Protective Services.
Well,
The one that come out with the fellows to put your stuff in boxes.
that was the state of Michigan?
Mhm.
That
Yes.
man was a federal marshal?
With the federal marshal, what?
Yeah. I got his business card.
All right. Okay, I don't know who came out there, Ms. Melvin. If federal marshals came out, you're way more important than even I am.
Why?
We need a time for January 20th.
And that's at 9 a.m.
What the hell did I do?
What do you mean, what did you do?
I don't need the federal marshal protected.
No,
and all that stuff.
Ms. Melvin, no federal marshals are coming out,
That has nothing to do with us.
all right?
Hey, do your thing.
This,
I'm calling on the Lord.
okay.
So, did you come out, you came out, you're the one that came out to put all the stuff in the boxes with the workers, right?
Yes, sir. That was me.
You
Where
didn't,
was I?
We spoke with Miss Melvin after the
Yes.
last court hearing. And then, well, two hearings back. We made arrangements for our resources to come out to assist with packing and to move things around. It did not happen that day.
Can I have your name?
It did not happen that day because Miss Melvin was not ready for us to proceed with that project. And at that point, that was when I called you, Mr. Melvin, for your help. And you've been consistently helping since then.
Okay, Miss Melvin, let's listen.
okay, yeah, I understand
Okay.
what happened.
My blood pressure is 200 over 100 for the last 5 weeks. I
Okay,
can
okay,
sleep
Miss
better
Melvin,
nights,
Miss Melvin,
What
Miss Melvin.
is happening?
Okay, Miss Melvin,
What?
hold on.
What did I do?
You did nothing, Miss Melvin.
That,
All
yeah.
right, so here's what's gonna happen, Miss Melvin. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna see you in January, on January 20th, okay?
My grandmother's birthday.
Okay, and maybe there's something to be said for it being that day. Okay, we'll see you that day at 9 o'clock. We're gonna get this all hammered out so that everybody knows how things are gonna work, okay? Miss Melvin, what did I tell you before? You don't need to get worried about this. Nothing's gonna happen until I say it's gonna happen to you, and I haven't said it. I made you that promise at the beginning. I'm gonna keep my
I know
promise,
you did.
Okay? All right. Anything else? I'm not gonna ask that. I'm done.
We're done.
All right.
We're done.
We are done.
Okay.
We appreciate you, Your Honor.
Thank you, folks. Ms. Young,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.